Today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be discussing Vietnam War, gay rights, gun rights, and abortion, and some of the issues that evolve around these four topics. Now, first of all, it's really not the Vietnam War that I'm wanting to discuss. It is a mental illness that a lot of these veterans from the Vietnam War and other wars suffer from. The reason I chose the Vietnam War is because they are the ones who pushed to be compensated for it. Now, the mental illness that I'm talking about is PTSD, post-traumatic stress syndrome. Now, for those of you who do not know what this is a mental illness caused by living through a traumatic experience. The symptoms from it can be anxiety, depression. The people who have it suffer from a high rate of alcoholism, drug addiction, suicide, and divorce. So now, but if you didn't know, a lot of the homosexuals also suffer from these same symptoms. I find it rather strange that our government, our politicians, are wanting to pass legislation giving these people, homosexuals, the right to adopt children, the right to be married, so on and so forth. It seems like to me that if it is known that they suffer from these mental illnesses from being homosexual, and the studies that I've done, I come up with that there is a portion of them that say, well, they suffer because they are discriminated against, and then there is the same amount of people who say no, they suffer because they are homosexual. Either way, why are our politicians trying to push legislation, laws for gay rights? I mean, these people could be suffering from mental illness. So why are our politicians pushing for them to have rights? Especially when it comes to the adoption issue. Do you really think that if a veteran, regardless of any war, went to an adoption agency and he told them or she told them, hey, listen, I suffer from PTSD, which is a mental illness. Do you really actually think that the adoption agency would say, hey, listen, okay, yeah, you're a good candidate to adopt this child? Well, that's basically what our politicians are saying is okay for the homosexuals. And I just really do not feel that is right. I mean, until it is 100% proven the cause of homosexuals or homosexuality, until it is proven 100%, I do not believe that our politicians should have the right to vote for them to have rights. Now, I want to skip over to the abortion issue. Okay, for those of you who do not know this also, when our Vietnam veterans come home, a large number of them were spit at and told that they were baby killers, or called baby killers. Anybody with half a brain and one eye can see and understand that anytime there is a war, there is going to be casualties of civilians, men, women, and children. But anyhow, my point is that a vast majority of these same people who were spitting at the Vietnam veterans and calling them baby killers are the same ones nowadays that are pushing for the abortion laws to be changed. These people now are wanting abortion to just be opened up. Nobody can say anything about abortion. Well, I find those that are doing that nothing more, nothing less than a hypocrite. They cause a lot of pain and suffering to a big majority of our veterans, making our veterans feel sorry or feel like they were sorry, and not good people anymore for serving their country and calling them hypocrites or calling them baby killers and this and that and other, and now they're wanting to push to kill babies. They're wanting to push to kill babies. To me, like I said, they're just hypocrites. But anyhow, let's go over the gun rights and gay rights for a second. A lot of people may say, well, those two things really don't have anything in common. Yes, they do. They have a lot in common, a lot more than what you would think, actually. Okay, our politicians are saying that the reason why we need stricter gun legislation is so that we can save lives. Well, anybody or everybody should know by now that one of the largest reasons why AIDS is continually spread is because of the homosexual male. Well, why then, if that is the case, why is homosexuality not placed a ban, or having a ban placed on it, and our guns are? I don't understand that. In 2003, there was 30,896 deaths that somebody could say, that were actually gun-related deaths. Out of that 30,896, 16,883 of those deaths were suicides. Yes, that's right, people killing themselves. So I really don't imagine that it would have made a difference whether it was a gun or rope or knife or screwdriver or whatever. If someone wants to end their life, they're going to do it regardless. But now, the same year, there was 30,000 deaths contributed, or that a person could say that was caused by AIDS. I mean, there was 30,000 deaths that same year that people died from AIDS, believe it or not. So why are guns being attacked and homosexuality not? It is because of the vote. They are willing to do anything, to say anything for the vote. I say we vote them out, take our government back, and return America to Americans. Thanks, and God bless.